separate the men from the bars, motherfucker. Let's go. Let's go. First can't allow my intro. Word your blood, daddy. This time is for taking. Time steady ticking, full supply getting lower, and these diapers getting expensive.
What up? It's your boy E with Boxing Profits, bringing that toe-to-toe value that's undisputed in this industry. I wanted to get into this one, you dig. Shakur Stevenson made some interesting comments, I guess today or sometime this weekend, with Ak and Barak, the two guys who host a show on Dazn, where they discuss, sports and boxing and things of that nature, right? And Shakur Stevenson was asked about the Frampton and the Jamel Herring fight that's slated to take place on April the 3rd in India. And he has some interesting things to say about it. He really feels that Jamel Herring, who is currently the WBO champion in the 130 division, he believes that Herring is going to move up in weight and basically duck him, right? He's going to duck his mandatory and move up in weight, okay? And that's common play. That's a common thing that we see lately in boxing, especially when it comes to these sanctioning bodies and these different opportunities that these fighters have in different weight classes and things of that nature. But the thing here with Shakur is that it's sad, bro. It's sad that a lot of these fighters are not tough enough, right? They're not tough enough to take on all comers and take on all challenges, right? And I'm not saying that Jamel Herring is a weakling. What I'm saying is that if Shakur Stevenson's perspective and observation proves to be true, and if Herring does indeed beat Frampton on April the 3rd, and he vacates that title, man, that's a bad look on Herring. And that adds more prestige to Shakur Stevenson's championship aspirations, because he'll hold the new title as the boogeyman, especially in the 130 division. Now, a fight that we would all love to see is Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson get it on, right? And what's more interesting about Shakur's comments is that Oscar Valdez is in the catch-22, okay? Oscar Valdez is ranked at the number 2 spot in the WBO, right? And it would just make logical sense for Shakur Stevenson, if the belt is vacated and Herring moves up. We're just thinking about this hypothetically now, right? The options on the table for Stevenson is going to be minimum at best, right? He's going to be in a funny style situation, sort of like what Devin Haney was in when after he came off recess for dealing with his shoulder injury, right? But I said all that to say is this, right? The key part about this whole thing is that Shakur Stevenson is in a prime position to not only unify, if he gets his hands on that WBO title within the next couple of months. This guy has an opportunity to unify, right? He gets his hand on that belt, and the business and everything is lined up correctly. It's because Shakur Stevenson and Oscar Valdez are, they're both promoted by Top Rank. And it should be easy for Bob Arum to secure that fight with Valdez if push comes to shove, right? Is because Valdez is now riding the wave and the momentum that he generated for himself after knocking out Miguel Burchett to get his hands on that WBC title, right? It's a lot of buzz going on in the 130 division, but I guess you could say it's out with the old and with the new. And it's sad that when these fighters move up, right, when they move up to go and chase competition, you have so-called competitors that's willing to drop everything where it stands, drop their titles like it's a hot potato or something, and move up to a division where all the doors are closed and they locked, right? What does Jamel Herring have at 135? Or what kind of shot does he have, realistically, being 35 years old in the 135 division when there's only 2 champions there? And we all know that I don't believe that Jamel Herring, no matter how good he looks against Frampton, I don't think that he has the talent to defeat convincingly the two champions in the 135 division. So, like I said, it's very interesting the assessment that Shakur Stevenson made. But then again, like I say, it adds more prestige and gloss to his reputation, right? It's because by Shakur Stevenson only being, what is he? What's his record? 15-0, 8 knockouts, right? To say that his 16th professional fight could allow him to become a 2-division world champion, and on top of that, his mandatories are running for the hills. You know, that's something that we're going to mark down, just because we've seen that happen so many times before, namely Canelo Alvarez, and how he gets down with floating around these different weight classes and things of that nature, right? So I wanted to say this last thing about Shakur Stevenson, right? I believe that Shakur Stevenson is going to be the cream of the crop in the lower weights for many years to come. He's backed by a strong team. And also, man, this guy, he's just evolving. He's getting better, and he's getting better, and he's getting better, right? I don't see anybody in the 130 division standing a chance against Shakur Stevenson, even on one of his worst nights in the ring, bro. That's how talented he is, right? And if there's anybody who has the potential, okay, to get their hands on those titles in the 135 division, namely the IBF too. Keep an eye on the IBF title as well, because of course it's vacant since Jojo Diaz lost his title on a scale, and that adds more suspense in the 130s, because I believe that Shakur Stevenson, even though he's ranked high in the WBC and the WBO, I just believe that that the opportunities are plentiful for Shakur Stevenson at 130, and too bad Jamel Herring, has failed to see that, considering Shakur Stevenson's perspective about him and his potential in moving up, right? But anyway, man, I'm not taking nothing away from either Carl Frampton or Jamel Herring, because Jamel Herring is a warrior, Carl Frampton is a warrior. They all fighting for a championship, so blessings to them. But at the same time, man, y'all see how the game go, right? This is proof in the pudding right here, how a lot of these boxers think strategically and try to avoid trouble and take on less risk. But where there's less risk, there's less opportunity. So I don't know what Jamel Herring is thinking. I would love to see him and Shakur Stevenson fight for that WBO title. It would be a great look for both fighters, but even better for Herring for stepping up and not not running for the hills. It's because the big bad boogeyman has now risen up, and he has all of these titles to get his hands on. And if there's anybody in 130 right now that has the true gut, real determination, skill set, and team behind him, it's Shakur Stevenson, man. I don't see nobody beating him now. Anyway, man, also, last thing on this one, I keep saying that, right? Devontae St. Davis just decided to consider taking on Mario Burrows in the 140 division. So these things just send signals to everybody and letting them know that they know that Shakur Stevenson is the truth, man. He's a Category 5 or EF5 tornado. He's maxing out the Richter scale. And people hear him coming, and they running for the hills like, he's a T-Rex or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But with all that being said, man, it's kind of crystal clear who the top dog is going to be reigning and defending in the 130 division for many years to come. And that guy is straight out of New Jersey by the name of Shakur Stevenson. Let me know how you guys feel about Shakur Stevenson. Comments down in the comment box below. I'm interested to see how you guys are interpreting this information. Anyway, man, it's your boy E with Boxing Profits.